Shabbat Shalom. Moshe Langado, representing KOLLEL A'Havat Israel. May their works of Chesed and Torah spread out throughout the world. We have just finished the holiday of Hanukkah. 8 days of lighting candles. The first day, 1 candle. The second day, 2 candles. And on till on the 8th day, last night, we lit 8 candles. Tonight, we have another mitzvah of lighting candles. That's Ner Shabbat. Are both mitzvot comparable? Of course, the bracha is basically the same. We say, La'adlik Ner Shel Shabbat. We are lighting the candles for Shabbat. And we say, La'adlik Ner Shel Chanukah. We Sfardim do not say Shel. We say, La'adlik Ner Chanukah according to the Mekubalim, according to the Kabbalists. But still, basically the same bracha. But the reason is a little different. When I light Ner Shabbat on my table, the reason I'm lighting it is not really just a ritual. It's more than a ritual. We want you to have light in your house. When I'm lighting Ner Chanukah, it's not for the light which it produces, but for the memory that it kindles. It gives us a historical memory of what took place in the Beit HaMikdash so many years ago, when the Seleucid Greeks wanted to take over the Beit HaMikdash, and how a group of Hashmonaim, of Kohanim, stood up against them and fought for the supremacy of the Torah. That is what the Ner Chanukah is meant to remind us. And of course, when they came into the temple, they found a jug of oil, and it lasted for 8 days. But Shabbat is a little different. It's not to remind us. It's for us to have Oneg Shabbat, to enjoy the Shabbat. Now, if I would ask a non-Jew to light my Ner Chanukah, of course, that would not be a mitzvah. Because a non-Jew is not commanded to do mitzvot. A Jew is commanded to do mitzvot. But what would be in the case of Shabbat, where the woman of the home was running a little late, and the next thing she knows, it's sunset. And when sunset comes in, we have about 18 minutes of what is called the twilight zone, Ben Hashmashot. Can she tell the non-Jewish maid at that time, please, Maria, or maybe her name is Fatima, or maybe her name is Shelley, I don't know what her name is, light the candles for me. And when the Goya lights the candles, the Jewish mother will make the bracha La'adlik Ner Shel Shabbat. Is that permitted? The Magen Avraham says it is a possibility in a case of difficulty, when you have no choice. They ask, but we can't let a non-Jew do a mitzvah for us, and if he does it, it's not a mitzvah. And there's a very interesting halakha which is very clear. If I have to take my utensils to the mikveh, and the water is very cold, and I let my maid or my servant do it, and he's not Jewish, can I make a bracha al tvilat kelim? And the halakha is certainly not. So why, when it comes to Ner Shabbat, there's an argument? And the reason is because maybe the lighting is not really the mitzvah, like when it comes to Ner Chanukah. The mitzvah is to have light in my house. And of course, by telling the non-Jew, who you're allowed to tell her, Ben Hashmashot during the twilight zone, to do a mitzvah for you, therefore I would be able to make the bracha. My friends, Ner Shabbat, Ner Chanukah are beautiful mitzvot. And the Gemara in Masechet Shabbat tells us, and the Tractate Shabbat tells us, he who is careful with lighting the Shabbat candles, and he who is careful in lighting the Chanukah candles, will bring light into his home. Ki ner mitzvah, because he who takes care of the mitzvah of the Nerot, Torah or, his house will be radiating with the light of Torah. Rashi and the Gemara continues, not only will the actual house radiate with Torah, it's a great segula. It's a great bracha blessing that he who takes care of the candles and lights them properly at the right time with the bracha will have children which he will be very proud of, will be scholars in the Torah, and will bring peace and joy to Al Klal Yisrael. May we have peace and joy very soon with the coming of Mashiach Tzidkenu. Amen. Ken Yiratzon.